and YouTuber Superior Shelby. I'm super excited to have this conversation tonight because I want to give you guys some reassurance on what's going on with this federal funding thing from Donald Trump. So, earlier today, we received the news saying that President Donald Trump, actually, put a freeze on federal funding and grants. So, but just an hour ago, all right, just like an hour or 2 hours ago, he actually rescinded that order. All right, rescinding that order means he canceled it, they took it back, he revoked it. All right, so, but what does that mean, all right, for you? What does that mean for you for this entire thing? All right, for one, I want to reassure you guys, I'm not going to take up much of your time because I just wanted to address some of the comments and I just wanted to make sure you guys had like reassurance. Okay, so when you are a startup, you don't depend on federal funding anyway. You just simply don't. That's just not your lane. That's not what you do. Startups, what I want you guys to focus on is actually a good quality service and product, okay? I want you to actually put it out there. And if you are in an industry where you do need money to get started, like let's say a very high earning industry like real estate, trucking, things like that, well, there's so many different, my grandma used to say this, there's so many different ways that you can skin a cat. In other words, there's so many different ways that you can actually get the money to develop. Have you ever thought about starting from like the ground, right? So for example, if you are getting into trucking and you decide that you want to do like, let's say delivery, right? You want to get a semi truck and you want to do delivering freight, logistics, whatever the case may be. Well, you can actually start your own delivery service with the car that you have at home and build, use some of that money and then build from there, right? Instead of jumping right into it, jumping into getting debts, getting a loan, and then going straight to actually getting a semi truck, and then you kind of don't know what that entails, right? You don't know what that really takes. And from a woman who has owned a trucking company, and I've done car hauling, okay, so I had a semi truck, like a big truck and trailer. It's not an easy industry. For someone who wants to get in real estate, right? That's assets. All right. So assets is like, when you're getting into that field, you really got to come with money to play. Most people who get into real estate, especially the ones, the high earning ones, they would use money from like, let's say, for example, they might already have a home and they might borrow on their home. So they'll take out what's called a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. And then they will use that money to invest into a property or invest with an investment group that already has a portfolio, right? So there's so many different ways that you can actually start. My point is, do not depend on any type of funding when you are getting started. Your main focus is to just put the product or service out there and to see if it actually works, especially for the people who have products, right? Skincare products, if you have like hair products, if you are doing something like to solve a problem, literally, you are the person that needs to focus on being innovative, and you need to focus on how you're going to be different from everyone else. Depending on federal funding is not the end all be all. And so I don't think that you guys should get your panties in a bunch, as we would say in Florida, but you shouldn't put so much energy and focus into, oh, President Donald Trump is doing this and doing that, when he has no say so over your customer base and he has no say so over your success at all. He is not the end all be all. He is not God himself. Therefore, I want you to focus on being innovative. I want you to focus on development. I want you to focus on what that product or service, the quality of that product or service is, and focus on actually marketing to your target audience. Let me tell y'all something. The Black American spending power is the most strongest spending power in the world. I'll say that again. The Black American spending power, right? How much we spend, how often we spend is the strongest spending power in the world, which means Federal funding is not, the federal government are not the individuals who are going to buy your product and service. So where is this hoopla coming from, or where is this anxiety coming from? Oh, I can't get no grants. I can't get no. Let me tell you something else about these grants. That is federal funding. That is federal grants, right? That is not private and sponsored grants that come from individuals like myself, my peers, that also we use our income from the support of our clients and we give back to the clients. I don't work for the federal government. I'm just a certified grant writer. But if I want to give out a grant to Black individuals, I'm going to give out my money to who I want to give it to because I earned it. So you cannot have limiting beliefs. If you follow behind that, maybe you're not ready to get in this game. Let me tell y'all, let me also be honest with y'all. Business, the business world, right? You ever played Monopoly? Maybe y'all need to play that game Monopoly again. And the reason why, like, download it on your phone, because I want you to really pay attention on how it works for real. There's a certain part in Monopoly, right, in the game, in the app, where you have to tear down other people's landmarks. Let me tell you something. That's really how the business world works, for real. And you cannot be afraid to play this game if you're going to get into it. Yes, there are higher people that make more money than you. Yes, there's going to be people that have more status than you, but that does not determine your success in what you're doing. You must attract your target audience. A lot of y'all don't know who your target audience is. A lot of y'all not doing your market research, but you are so quick to run behind rumors, or so quick to run behind the news. And you allowing these news and the media outlets to dictate your entire day, your emotions, your finances, and how you gonna move with your business. When you start a business and you say you're going to do something, you have to stand on that. How are you possibly going to go into entrepreneurship with being a dependent, with depending on something? And I don't care what type of industry you get into. You must have some type of supporters. You must reach out to those support groups. Even if you want to get into trucking and real estate, you know how many community groups there are out here that you can join and you can ask questions in. And then you can say, hey, I'm in this area. Do you guys know of any other persons who want to join in with me? And we can all do our own real estate investment portfolio, and we can redo this whole entire block. We can redo this whole entire town. It does not stop there, and you cannot be dependent on nothing. Entrepreneurship is you doing this on your own, standing on business. So when y'all hear stuff like, oh, President Trump took away federal funding, I guess that's it for grants. Wow, that shows how limited you are. That shows how easy it is to take your entire faith away from what you're developing. It's so easy. You need to go sit down somewhere. I'm a strong believer in what I have. Let me tell you something. You think that scared me when I saw that? Because I've been writing grants for 9 years. That goes for a lot of my success rate, 71%. Now, a lot of that comes from federal funding, but you think that stops there? No. Because I have built relationships on my journey with other individuals with high earning, high ticket investors that actually, like, they love giving out grants. The reason being because not only does it help them on the back end for taxes, but they just doing it out of the kindness of their heart because they're giving back to the community that support them. People like the real BB Judy, right? Who got the hair oils, Fear This Fun, Miss Simone. Coach K, who's also another fellow grant writer and does business funding. She gives out a $5,000 grant. Stormy Banks gives out a $5,000 grant. These are women, Black women and Black people that I'm talking about that literally give out grants to startups, to persons of color, and to women. That money does not come from the federal government. That money comes directly out of a percentage of the support we get from y'all. So do not limit yourself in saying, oh, I guess that's it. No. And you should have never been dependent on and having your hand out when you get started with business in the first place. That's just not how you start business. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and bring it up. Y'all know I'm a Google person. We're going to look at the definition of entrepreneurship. I got my laptop right here. What is entrepreneurship? And as soon as it comes up, we're going to read the definition of it, because that's actually like, I don't want y'all to like, what? You know what also is like very interesting is that you all are going to see these grants are only going to choose people who are going to be different, who are going to be, and they don't want, there's one grant I literally just read today that they're giving out $400,000. No matter what race, gender, ethnic group you are, they're giving out $400K. No matter what type of business you want to get into, they're giving out $400,000. But you know what stood out? It says no, and it says in bold, no mediocre businesses. Let me tell you what a mediocre business is. A trucking business, a real estate company, a lawn care service, a hair salon, a barber shop, that's a lawn care service, janitorial services. Those are all like basic. They don't want general mediocre ideas. If you're going to be in those markets, if you're going to be in those industries, bring something innovative to the table. If you're going to do something in janitorial, create some sort of AI tool, robotics, some sort of tech tool that will make the job easier. For example, the iRobot little mop thing, right, that goes around, or a sweep thing, the sweeping robot, right? Somebody had to work in janitorial or something like that for them to have created a small little circle robot that goes around your house and cleans it while you're not there, even when you're there. It's time to get innovative, and I'm trying to figure out where is the Madam C.J. Walker in y'all? Where is the George Washington Carver in y'all? What happened to that? And I don't want to hear that, oh yeah, generational, they kept tearing us out. I understand that. But we in 2025 with all this AI and all this technology, I'm being honest with you. Like, it's so much information out here that they can't even control it. And to be honest, and if you're not opening your eyes to this, it's actually time for you to start being more innovative. You guys are going to see a lot of these posts from different people saying Trump freezes this, Trump freezes that, but I'm bringing to you breaking news and what just happened within the last 2 hours. President Donald Trump rescinded, he revoked that federal freeze, that freeze on federal government funding. He just revoked it. He rescinded it. So that means the funds there. It's out there. But guess what? The fact still remains is that you are not going to, you're a startup, so you don't even qualify. 2, because you're a startup, you don't qualify for federal funding. Federal grants. Federal grants are for businesses that have been in business at least 2 years and that can show like business taxes and other business documents in order for them to qualify. You got to show skills, achievements, and a quality product or service. That's how that works. You got to really qualify for that. And most startups don't get those type of grants. Most startups get grants from private sectors and sponsors and different, local governments. Local governments would be like, you would go to your Secretary of State website, let's say Florida or in Georgia, and somewhere in Georgia, like it could be Fulton County, Cobb County, DeKalb County, and they might be giving out grants, specifically to startups in that area, right? But most startups and small businesses do not get federal funding. Man, that's for the big dogs. Y'all ain't even there yet, respectfully. So for the ones that are really like, you're really making yourself go crazy about this whole thing, you really entertaining something just so you can slow yourself down. Stop doing that. Or go sit down somewhere. And let the real people who are doing business, like, kind of get out of our way for real. This is your reassurance and clarity to let you know, don't be dependent on nothing and nobody. Yeah, I got a lot of comments. A lot of comments. Oh, I see Trump. I don't care about y'all opinions, and I'm not into none of the political stuff. I'm into what really works and what does not work. Your dependency should be on, can I put out a good product or service out there for my target audience? Who are my target audiences? Who am I targeting? The strongest spending power, the strongest spending power in the world. In the world is Black American, is the Black American spending power. I'm being so honest with you. We spend the most in the most unnecessary places possible, from lashes to wigs to skincare products and you know what? Those things, those materials that we spend money on, alcohol, this and that, tobacco. If you look at majority of the people that spend their money on those type of things, bad habits, vices, and other materials, it is the Black Americans. So when we talking about business, it's time for you to tap in, especially if you are a Black American yourself. You need to be tapping into the community. And we real judgmental about our own. So you really got to come hard with a good service or product. Spend with your own people. Share your product with your own people first. And I'm not wrong for saying that. Absolutely not, because the Jewish do it, the Muslims do it, the Latinos do it, all the Asian Americans do it, the Native Americans do it. All other ethnic groups do it in the United States of America, but when it comes down to us, it's like, oh no, we scamming each other. We just like all that self-hate gotta go. You cannot depend on a federal grant or any federal funding when you never qualify for it in the beginning. Make that make sense. Grants come from so many different sectors. Grants come from private sectors, private sponsors, local governments, entities, and also the government itself. The federal government, you don't qualify for that. If you're a startup, you don't qualify for it. You got to be a seasoned business, and I'm talking about making big bread. Then you got the private sectors, right? Sponsors. You got people like Hello Skip. Hello Skip is a nonprofit organization. They give out $10,000 every month. That comes from shared revenue from their YouTube channels and their brand deals. And actually, Ryder says that. That's where that money comes from, because they appreciate you subscribing to their channel and watching what the information that come out. They share their YouTube revenue. They share that. Entities would be like other businesses, and not just the big ones like Walmart, Amazon, and Facebook and all that good stuff. No, other businesses that may be in your area that want to give out money. That could be GF Foods. That could be Cisco. That could be whatever you have in your local area. And then you got the local government grants. The ones that, it comes directly from your state. So let's not do that. Oh, they don't have any grants, so I guess that's no funding, and I hate the world, and I hate Donald Trump. Like, bro, you put your energy in the wrong place. Well, you need to be putting your energy into so who is my audience? What my audience want? What my target market want? How can I service them? How can I bring a quality of service product to them? The only thing I thought about when I saw that, I didn't get scared. I was like, okay, perfect. Now I can finally talk more about investment accelerators and incubator programs, because these people are so stuck on grants. And now I can finally bring them to the light of other debt-free alternatives. You have debts, loans, lines of credit, credit cards, but you also got grants, accelerators, and incubators. There's always an alternative, baby. There's always an alternative. There's always an alternative. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys. Well, it looks like my internet is going slow for some odd reason. Let me see. Oh, it's MTN. Yeah, it looks like my internet is going kind of slow. So let me see what's going on here. Because I wanted to like kind of read a little bit of the article to y'all about how Trump revoked and rescinded that. Hey Shelby, I would like to discuss with you. Are you on WhatsApp? Book a one-on-one consultation with me. No discussions for free. Respectfully, not with all my years of experience. You can visit superchargemybusiness.com. Greetings. Hey Glenn. Hey, all of my friends are in here. Hey Tammy. Close to the truth. What's going on, my brother? Okay, so greetings, Shelby. I'm having challenges getting the half for the business plan and pitch deck and 2 consultations. Can you please explain where I should go to apply the promo code? Thank you. So the promo code, you would visit, because it should be, is it working? It should be working. If it's not working, okay, Glenn, all right, look, text me. I'm going to put my number in here. Let me see. Text me, write this number down because I don't know why it's not showing up on my screen. For those of you who want to book a one-on-one consultation, you can text grants to this number. But Glenn, specifically, I want you to text me so that way I can send you a direct invoice link because, I don't know, maybe it's not working. I don't know. So maybe I can just create a direct link for you so that way the promo code will work for you. All right, so the number is 855 731 1487. 855 731 1487. All right, so Glenn, text me and I'll send you a direct link. I'll walk you through it to make sure the payment goes through so I can do your business plan and pitch deck. Hey Noni, are they talking about this mess over there? No, they don't care. They got their own, every country got their own problems. Federal spending is not the same as government spending. With the government still spending money, you will be okay. Exactly. Well, you don't even qualify. All right, so Dennis, hey, yep. Hey Rio, I submitted the stand, Dare to Dream pitch. Best of luck to everyone. Yes, I love it. I'm actually doing like some individual grant videos that I've been recording this week. Some really good information, some pre-records, because Wi-Fi's in and out. All right, so what questions do y'all have about this new update? What about sponsorships? Okay, so what do you want to know about sponsorships? Sponsorships is like you can go out and the sponsorships take work because that's literally when you are doing different networking groups, going out physically, or you're reaching out via email, calling people around, searching up the best sponsors in your actual area. And it's no different when you're on Google and you're searching for them. It's no different for like searching for grants in your particular, industry, and that's best for you. So there's sponsors out here that want to give you money for as long as your visions align. That's no different from like the same thing that you would go for grants. Yeah, I'm actually doing a course for y'all that y'all will be able to buy. It's going to be only like $27, like $30. But in this course, I'm going to dive deep into those different opportunities you have. And I'll give you some links that you can go to that will, like some search engines. So like, for example, how to find sponsors, how to find these different incubator programs, how to find accelerator programs, how to find investors, how to be prepared for these things. Like, so it's a full debt-free boot camp. And yeah, I've been working really hard on this digital product for y'all because it's some good information. Is looking black as Africa, black as beautiful. Absolutely. What is your number again to get a consultation? If you want a direct consultation, you can visit my website, superchargemybusiness.com. You can go there. Superchargemybusiness.com. You can click on book a call. My number is posted on the website too, just to let you know. So the number that you need is on my website, but you can visit superchargemybusiness.com. All right, let's see if this worked for real. My VPN was off. Sorry, y'all. Superchargemybusiness.com. I really want this to come up because I want to read y'all the article. It's like literally brand new. Yeah, I didn't want you guys to like get so, and I've been receiving messages too, like, oh, so I guess like, you know, that's it for the grants. Like, listen, don't be so small-minded. Don't be so limited. Don't limit yourself. There's so much more opportunities out here. Have y'all ever thought about reaching out to the baby boomers who like literally don't have time to build a business, but they're willing to invest their money into a business so that way they can continue to get residuals for them and their family for the rest of their lives? You ever thought about that? Because you can always reach out to them and get money from them too, like as long as you have a strong business plan. There's so many more ways that you can do this. If you're aggressive about you getting some funding, you got to be aggressive about it. You can't just limit yourself. You got to sit down and plan, think about it. Okay, who I'm going to talk to, things like that. Come on now. Oh, it's like really, really, really slow. I thought we were on this one. All right, do y'all have any questions about what I went over? I'm not going to take up too much of your time. This was some reassurance and clarity to let y'all know don't depend on nothing. And focus on your target audience. Know who you are selling to. Know who you are servicing. That's just that. Know who you're selling to and know who you're servicing. Who's the people that you want the most to buy? Who's buying your product or service? Yeah. Who's buying your service or product? Excuse me. Guys, I'm on a fasting journey. I break it at 6 p.m. It is 10:30 p.m. here in Nigeria. So I'm very calm. All right, so entrepreneurship is the process of starting, managing, and developing a business to make profit. It involves taking risks, being innovative, and facing the challenges of running a business. If you Google what is entrepreneurship, yes, that's what that is. An individual, independent, not dependent. Innovation, those are the words that they use to describe entrepreneurship. It's right here on Google. You can Google it yourself. Okay? So no. All right, so let's see here. Now that the internet's working. This guy on IG said you don't have to put your SSN on the EIN application. Do you know any details about this? No, I do not, because you definitely have to put your SSN on the IRS website. So yeah. I don't know about that right here. I don't listen to people. You know what I do? I go straight to the IRS doc. I go straight to the website. Who are they? I don't listen to people. The devil be busy. And it ain't nothing but the devil that causes confusion. So anytime you hear something, Google it. Hey, Melanated Meditation Staff, Mr. Live, I have to run it back. Oh, no, this is a quick one. I'll just go ahead and give you the rundown. But we really in the middle, like not in the middle, but towards the end of it. But pretty much was giving you motivation, clarity, and reassurance on letting you know that the federal funding, I have it right here. Let me show it to y'all. All right. Ooh. My camera dirty. Hold on. All right. So White House response adds to confusion on federal funding freeze. As you can see, this came out at 4:01 Eastern Time today. All right, so if you look at it, it says the Office of Management and Budget has rescinded its call for a pause on payments for federal grants and other programs. Who is this through? NPR, very trusted source. According to a copy of an agency memo shared by Democracy Forward, which led a legal challenge over the effort, but the White House said that the only original memo calling for the freeze had been rescinded. It's not its effort to review federal spending. So what this means is everything that y'all was up here having a whole situation about, it's been rescinded. Rescind, if you Google what rescind means revoked, canceled. So that means that the pause on federal grants and other programs, that's no longer a thing anymore. You're going to see a lot of people on the media outlets talking about, oh, he put a pause, and he put a pause, and he put a pause. Yep, and he revoked it in the same day. There's laws and there's certain things that you have to do before, you know, like laws like this. If y'all really want to get into politics for real, because I know some of y'all like be wanting to get into it, but you really don't be wanting to get into it. So let me explain it to you. When they are like, when these orders and stuff are being put into place, you know, there's something called a Supreme Court, and it has to take a vote of like literally the entire house. That's 500 people. It got to go through 500 people before something like this drastically happened. We talking about Medicare, SNAP. You know how many millions of people are depending on that? The purpose of the freeze, honestly, on his defense, and I guess playing the devil's advocate for some of y'all, but was really to review the books. Imagine if he was able to keep the freeze for just at least 7 days and review the books of how America's been spending money on these different type of sectors, and actually he finds out that the people who are on Medicaid, SNAP and food benefits, and who also get all of these other benefits, right, are actually supposed to get more than what they've been getting. And so then, now that you've revoked the whole thing, it's like, okay, maybe he might not prioritize the whole checks and balances situation. Maybe he just might go ahead and just prioritize everything else that he has on the list. Not trying to play the devil's advocate, but I'm just saying, we're not, who cares about federal grants when you are a startup and you never qualified for it in the first place? That's what I'm talking about. Focus on developing a quality service or product, and focus on targeting your audience, whoever that be. Okay. We still have checks and balances. Yep. He said we give too much info and we can put another EIN in the social. No, I don't believe that. Well, I don't believe that. I follow the rules. I'm not about to finesse the IRS, the federal government. That doesn't even sound right. It's all about money and making more of it for its kind. So who cares? We're in business, so it's all about us making money for our business and moving forward and supporting our community. If the Black American spending power is the most strongest spending power in the world, right? If the Black American spending power is the most strongest spending power in the world, then don't you think we need to be focusing on helping out our people, creating innovation for our people, and selling to our people? Yeah, I don't have that type of mindset. I'm very optimistic. Also, so you could take your business outside the U.S. and go global. Guess whose money is worth more than ours? London's, the UK. Pounds is worth more than dollar. Imagine you take your consultancy business, your janitorial business, and all of the things that you want to do and your innovations, and you bring it to the UN. Who actually has more money? So why you limiting yourself on only staying in the US when you can actually take yourself global and get different currencies? Because you also should know that the US dollar is going to go down. It's statistically proven. It's historically proven, actually. We've been on top for like the last, 80 years? Yeah, we're getting close to that 100-year mark. Yeah. So make it make sense. You're going to continue to make excuses. Oh, we can't do this. We can't do that. Then pack your stuff, leave, go to a whole nother country, bring some innovation over there, and be rich. Simple. In your own way. So I don't want to hear that. I tried to go sign up for that special you had, but it wouldn't go through. Okay, just text me. Just text me. Appreciate your messaging on this, especially about focusing on your target audience and innovation. Yeah. I told you, like, literally, there's a $400,000 grant out here, no matter what race, gender, ethnic group, or sexuality you are. And this $400,000 grant doesn't care what type of business that you're into, but it made it very bold on the grant. I'm doing a separate video about it, but it made it very bold that it wants no mediocre businesses. No mediocre businesses. It wants somebody that's going to bring something new to the markets. Yes, this is why I Need You is tanking. 400K. Yep. Yep. We're waiting on. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what site is down. We're not focusing on depending on nothing from the government. The government does not take care of us. The government is not our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So what are we talking about? All right, y'all. Any last questions? Shira, make sure you text me, please. 855-731-1487. Passport site is down. Well, I mean, yeah, it's the beginning of the year. And if the passport site is down, it goes directly to your postal service, one of the branches, and sign up there. Alternatives. You gonna sit there and let a website stop you? No. Walk right up there, take a Uber, whatever you gotta do, and go straight up there and say, oh yeah, y'all website down, so what you got for me? What can you do for me? Because I need a passport right now. But don't leave without having a plan. That doesn't make sense. I empower mothers and minorities to break through mental barriers, reprogramming limiting beliefs, and cultivate a growth mindset by mastering their inner world. They gain the clarity and confidence. Amen. Amen. Went today to the post office, said, okay, you gotta wait. Focus on your plan and your execution strategy. Say your number again. 855. I wish I could put it on here. Or you can go to my website, Supercharge My Business. It's there on my website. If you go to my website, Shira, and my number is all through there. Yeah, 855-731-1487. Eight 855-731-1487. 855-731-1487. All right, perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Not focusing on what's going on, but what are I and we going to do exactly. Exactly, sunshine. Maybe focusing on it. You never qualified for it from the beginning. That's what really blowing me. Like, y'all are all like startups. You never qualified for it. Federal funding goes for like seasoned businesses. You got to be a big dog. You got to really show skills and achievements. That's all I'm saying. So you are literally worried about something that you never qualified for in the beginning. Focus on the grants that you qualified for, okay? Thank you. Post office set is down and they have not seen it like this before. Yeah. Yep. But, I'm pretty sure that you've heard people tell you to get a passport a long time ago. You might have to find a different alternative. Yep. All right, you guys. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'm going to get out of here. Make sure you visit my website, superchargemybusiness.com. My website is everywhere. The link to directly book with me is also inside of the description. All right. So, yeah, couldn't I was in jail. Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense. Hi, Shelby. Hey, Regina. I'm living your hair. I'm going to schedule a consultation on Wednesday. If not, next week. I need help with this GoDaddy account and the website. I think they got me for 2 accounts. Yep. All right. So, yeah, we can go through it. Can't wait. I'll be reaching out. Okay, Shira. All right, Sunshine. I'll see y'all next time. All right, I'm going to see you tomorrow. All right. Live on YouTube. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I didn't want to take up much of your time. All right. Bye, y'all. Peace and blessings.